recognition that it's impossible for any of us to be free as long as there are powerful authoritarian forces that govern and control our lives, try as best they can to deny their own existence through their management and control of media spaces, big tech platforms, and often endless bureaucracy. This will become observable if people continue to awaken through psychedelics. On a personal note, as someone who's 20 years clean in recovery, I'm pretty irritated that now ketamine, MDMA, and psilocybin are regarded as wellness, sort of things you could buy at a supplement shop now. Like, oh, I'm doing some wellness. Wellness? Didn't that used to be drugs?
They're taking a tiny dose, about a tenth of a normal dose, to be more productive and creative. It's called microdosing.
People are finding that low-dose LSD permits their mind to be a little bit more expansive in terms of problem solving.
So it's like you can expand your mind enough to exist within the system and solve problems that are amenable to the system's goals. But if you expand your mind to the point where you go, hey, but what about the whole system? What? You retract that back down again. Yeah, but what's the point? Who's this that's pushing my mind in? The EU, the IMF, the WEF. We're keeping you in there.
They will respect the law.
And yet at the same time, they're able to stay focused.
You can have a spiritual awakening as long as your awakening doesn't make you a bad co-worker.
Veteran software engineer Kevin Herbert says LSD helped him solve some tough technical problems when he was working at Cisco.
Software engineering and hardware engineering, incredibly complex.
The idea that entrepreneurs and even geniuses have used psychedelics is not a new one. I mean, in fact, that is the nature of psychedelics. They give you access to parts of consciousness that are inaccessible in what we might call normal consciousness. We all know that Steve Jobs had experiences with LSD. It's pretty common knowledge that Elon Musk has experiences of this variety, and having a different perspective on reality is part of the nature of innovation, part of the nature of genius. But it's so typical of our time and our systems of domination that they would regulate this to keep you productive, essentially. Let's give you a little bit of LSD. Okay, wow, I guess I probably could. Oh yeah, I guess, look, I could make this spreadsheet a little simpler. Let's give you a little bit more LSD. What's the point of this spreadsheet? I mean, why don't we all grow our own food and challenge these systems of domination? Get back to your spreadsheet. Sorry, boss.
Brad Burge is with MAPS, the Multidisciplinary Association for Psychedelic Studies. He says in 1966, when LSD was declared illegal, promising research abruptly stopped.
Wait a minute, this stuff's waking these kids up. Cut the LSD! Cut the LSD!
Oh, sorry, I was taking life seriously.
But Professor James Fadiman got a glimpse.
We were quietly doing this research in Menlo Park.
In the 60s, Fadiman conducted pioneering psychedelic research when it was still legal. He recruited volunteers, many in high tech, to take a moderate dose of LSD.
There were theoretical physicists, there were chip designers.
Each volunteer brought to the session technical problems they could not solve. But after dropping acid, success.
We had 48 problems, 44 solutions.
It's pretty amazing there are realms of your personal individual consciousness that are embargoed and foreclosed, that you as an individual cannot take certain substances because the state deems them to be schedule this or schedule that. It's ridiculous when you consider that what you are is an advanced tribalized ape and your consciousness is your own private domain. It's only because we live in a highly regulated space, whether that's in terms of our consciousness, our speech, our actions, our economic role, that we even tolerate it at all, I suppose.
Well, there are a variety of methods to distribute the drug, but most commonly it's found diluted in liquid in dropper bottles. But again, experts warn no one knows what dose is actually safe.
So be careful. We're trying to look after you, okay? So just do what we sell you. Wait till it's got Pfizer on the bottle, and then you can have it. All safe and FDA approved.
Always remember that one day all this drug monkey business will be legal. They won't leave it to people like me. Not when they finally figure out how much money there is to be made.
Elon Musk takes ketamine. And that's the end of the news. Good luck in that fight with Zuckerberg.
Send me location.
Sergey Brin sometimes enjoys